Uh-oh. Is this working? Oh, shit. Uh-oh. Is this working? Okay, cool. Oh, shit. Uh-oh. Is this working? Hmm. Okay. Sweet. So, how do I make this work?
Select existing broadcast and select the one we just set up. Make sure you click select broadcast so that you don't accidentally make a whole new and it is ready for you to go live. Once you're ready, click start streaming and once you're actually ready for your viewers to see you, click go live. Congratulations, you're now streaming. I will say just really quickly, something will appear first. If your stream was under 12 hours, it'll automatically be archived to your YouTube channel under the stream tab dashboard. Now, the 3 ways things are strict appropriate aren't very good at detecting it. Well, that's what people think. It's actually that the systems just aren't very good at warning you.
Okay, everything's doing good. Now I just need to grab some items to make this work. Come on, buck boy. This over here, which is probably not gonna be long. Let's be long. I mean, it's pretty much on. Perfect. Enough. Okay. Okay, cool. Okay. Okay, cool. Okay. Okay, cool. Okay. Okay, cool. Okay, it's working good. Testing. Everything's working. It's supposed to. Okay. Okay, cool. What is this?
when they do detect it. Off, whereas YouTube has built-in set. This means no maybe you're thinking that nobody else does. Well, YouTube is hard, but it's fair. Other platforms are hard, but unfair. On other streaming platforms, you're competing with other streamers. That's it. You're all just slapping a title on, being ranked by view count high to low, and doing your best. This makes streaming more casual.
Where your shipping address types itself. Where all your tabs go everywhere you...
What's good, YouTube? In this video, I'm going to be showing you price of the, and then once you can name it whatever game that you want it to be named, and then you hit a full screen application. You click that, you can name it whatever game where your sources are. You want to hit get the plus icon right here. And the first thing you want to do is come into your
Check to understand what's going on.
OBS software. You want to hit the plus icon right here, and then once you hit the plus icon where your sources are, you want to hit game capture. Once you do game capture, you can name it whatever game that you want it to be named, and then you hit OK. And then once you click that, this will pop up right here, and it'll say capture any full screen application, or you can capture a specific window, capture foreground window with hotkey. So if you want to make sure you're doing the exact one you want, you can click that, and then you can select it right here. And as you see, Fortnite is right there.
Okay. I have figured this out. Yeah, she's working. Get this plugged in. Hello, hello.
Once we click that, and then you can choose all these different things for scaling if you need it, and you can do allow transparency, limit capture frame rate. You can do all of that stuff in here and get it exactly how you want it, and then you can hit OK. And then once you enable the preview, all right, so if you run into issues with a black screen like I have in this actual video, it's a very easy fix. You have to run OBS on the exact same graphics processor that you're using for your game. So as you can see, I have mine set to Paris.
This is Kayla. She's a video editor on Fiverr, a platform for freelance services.
Recording gameplay has never been easier. Anyone can do it. Quality is due for every record. Crisp and clear to make both your microphone OBS, as well as all the settings to make the quality amazing, crisp and clear to make both your microphone and your game sound perfect. But then I'm going to show you the most important thing you will learn, Sunplay and a web overlay. Let's link it in the description. To enter the sale as well, which means anytime they put up a sale, you can grab pretty much any of their overlay packs, graphics, giving them away. Now, let's get back to the video. Once you have OBS installed, you're going to open it and see this big black box. This is called a preview window. This is where your gameplay and graphics specific settings hated my you don't leave far more like. So head to settings, click video, and first thing we're going to do is pick a resolution. Now personally, I always record at 1920 by 1080p on both my base canvas and my size, and the output is or 1280 by 720. These days 1080p tends to be standard, but if you're on a low-end computer, 720p might be a better option for you. So if you find your OBS struggling later, you can put this to either 30 or 60 most of the time. You might want your FPS set to 25 or visit in the output section. Since we're focused on recording today, we will click this tab that says recording, but if you want a guide on streaming settings, then please let me know in the path. This is where the get and then setting this setting to turned on. But it's gotten more confusing as more graphics cards have become decent for content creation. Damn computer engineers, 3 of these. Today we're going to talk about NVENC H.264, X264, and Grid, which you're going to put in game. Likely have to use X2, maybe one deep D, but I did recommended. You'll see why later though. For bitrate mostly. cap of 6,000. Fused because it's often talked about in relation to streaming on Twitch, which has a soft cap of 6,000. But bitrate, simply put, is the amount of information being saved or sent, really. Higher bitrates mean more information or higher quality, but it also means it is more taxing on your computer resources. Because of Twitch, I see a lot of new creators record footage offline at 6,000 bitrate, except that is actually a really low bitrate for recording 1080p footage. Heck, it's even low for streaming, but Twitch just decided to soft cap it there and tell you all to get screwed. So let's set this up properly for recording. In the encoder settings, you have rate control. This will be set to CBR by default. Which means you're recording at the same bitrate all the time. And below that is where you set the bitrate. At 15,000 to 18,000 bitrate gave me excellent quality for editing my gameplay footage down later. 1,000 bitrate, recording the same bitrate the entire time, I end up with massive files and a lot of wasted data. I did it because Twitch preferred CBR and it just kind of stuck, but if you want to get a little more complicated in recordings, instead I would recommend selecting CQP, which in short is smarter and will change the bitrate as needed so you're not wasting data. This does mean rather than setting a bitrate, you're setting a CQ level, which again, in short, a low number here means higher quality footage, but high numbers mean lower quality. I found recording at 15 gave me footage
OBS Studio audio settings, honestly, break it down super. OBS Studio computer, my game volume, any music that's playing in a browser, and that sort of thing. Then below it, we have our microphone settings, because obviously you can hear that when I'm talking to my mic, the little bar's going up, so that just means that it's accurately hearing us. And then you can see we have these little volume knobs below, which just adjust the volume. So if you want it more quiet, you go to the left. You want it louder, you go to the right. And usually when you see this stuff, you don't want it peaking all the way to the right. right in the hard red and staying there, but this little black line that's going dancing between the green and the yellow is usually a good spot to try and keep your audio at. So that way you're not blowing out your listeners' ears, which I am truly guilty of. So this might seem like common sense and easy, which it is. That's why I started with it first. But now it's time to get into the more advanced settings. But if you guys are too distracted by this cool overlay that I have here, I actually got it for free from Own Pro, and you guys can too. I'll leave a link in the description down below where you guys can quickly check this out. Click on join for free, click that quick download button. We're gonna make sure we download it for the most recent version of OBS Studio. Then we can run the installation process. Now we need to close OBS Studio and reopen it. Otherwise, the changes are not gonna be shown. And now you can see next to the help tab, we have the Own Pro tab. We can click on overlay and alert store, and then you can see shown. Now we need to click for the, you guys can quickly check this out. Click on join, and you guys can too. I'll leave a link in the description down below where you guys can quickly check this out. Click on Own Pro. But if you guys are too distracted by this cool overlay that I have below, where you guys most OBS Studio, the Own Pro tab, we can click on overlay and alert store, and then you can see we got access to these free overlays at the top, completely free. You can see all of the preview and the show completely free over the base. And then we're actually gonna go to the stream tab. Make sure your Twitch account is connected if you're streaming to Twitch. The top audio device, if you know where your speakers are coming out of or where your game volume or where you're listening to, then you can select that. Chances are default will be your option, but in this case, I know that all my stuff's coming out of the Yamaha ZG01 speakers, but that's also my default selected in Windows 10, which I'm using voice, but you just pick wherever yours is located. So now we have our desktop audio, which is our game audio, our music through a browser, or anything that comes out of our computer, and then I have my microphone set up here. And that's a little microphone mixer right there, and when I'm talking to properties, they're not actually producing audio. All the Own Pro stuff we installed earlier, these aren't actually producing audio, but they show up as an audio source. So we are sources. So the most important things you need to be aware of, this little mono button, if you are talking out of your microphone and people are only hearing you coming out of one ear, then you simply just need to enable the mono feature, and that'll make sure that for a reason, and then I'll click sound, even if guts, you can audio anything like my recording where it's going to have the video footage. I would do editing software, which happens to be DaVinci Resolve, which is completely free. This top audio track is...
If you're a web designer, here are 4 Wix Studio features you gotta know. So first on the list, Section Grid. I'm talking about a revolutionary tool that lets you create your own intricate...
Today, I'm going to be showing you the best OBS settings for streaming in 2024. Connect your account or options at the bottom. Mode to Advanced. Go to the Streaming tab and select your stream audio track. I recommend using track 1 as it's easier. If you're streaming to Twitch, then you can enable the VOD track and music track 2. Set the video encoder to NVIDIA NVENC H.264 if you have an NVIDIA graphics card. For anyone NVIDIA NVENC H.2FFmpeg AAC. Set should be track. Select your settings service the side, then set the output mode to advanced. Go to the Streaming tab.
Oh.